Go, 2-star hotel internet. You can do it. You can do it. Yes. Stream. Stream. This is not very ergonomic. I should sit in that chair over there instead.
Which? This chair?
No, the one that's... Yes, that chair. That is a... There's no lighting, but there's no lighting here either. It's going to look like shit either way. So I think I deserve a boss chair.
You want to sit over there?
I think I'm going to go sit over there.
Huh?
You know what? Yes.
Here, how about this? I got an idea. I'm going to move the camera facing me. We're not live streaming right now.
We are indeed.
Oh, we are?
Don't say anything inappropriate. Don't do anything inappropriate, girl. Sure you're not. All right.
This is more ergonomic, I think.
Yeah, I was going to sit over there.
Let's sit over here.
So I need you... Move the camera, and then I need to move this plug over. Use this piece of shit as an extension cord. All right. All right. That is the least lighting you'll ever get in a YouTube video.
Okay.
Let's make this look legit. Yes.
You look gorgeous.
All I need is a cat.
I got a keychain.
Yep, this is hotel lighting for you. So, what do we have here? I'm watching the live stream of the hearing right now. You know, I'm finishing rendering a copy of it actually right now. We are rendering a copy as we speak on this lovely ThinkPad. I love the fact that I can encode or stream using a GPU or CPU, so I can do one without disrupting the work of the other and having to mess with, like, you know, this going on, the encode happening on these cores of the CPU and the stream happening on those cores of the CPU, kind of nonsense. Why do you think the iFixit people didn't attend the hearing? I mean, they've got, what, like 50 or 100 employees now? They got a large business to run. They don't have time to go to every single hearing. But it was fun to go to that one. And I was really feeling stupid for the fact that I went to that hearing because I was like finally starting to, I scheduled a few days off for myself where business was crazy but not too crazy. But I was going to get 2 days off before I had to spend the whole week at work since Paul was getting sick. He took some sick days, but he also went on vacation, and Nell's been out for a while. Every single slot in the front of the store is completely full. And I was starting to get a bit of a cold. So right as I heard that woman speak, as soon as I heard Mrs. Fisher speak, and I knew what I was going to say for my bit, I knew that it was not a waste of money, time, or fever to visit. It was just too much fun. That was too much fun. It made it all worth it. Erica's sitting there laughing there like a schoolgirl without telling me what's going on.
No, I'm looking at the stream, and the quality it just looks so dark and gloomy.
How about you provide some lighting then, Peanut Gallery? Provide some lighting. Love the hearing. You absolutely destroyed her.
Move the chair that way.
Erica.
Okay.
Thank you, Foxy Caro. I appreciate that. That shit made it worth it. I thought, this is dumb. I'm going to be slammed with work all week. Probably be doing it sick. With no time to actually really do any of the other stuff I wanted to do or rest. But that made it all worth it. 110% worth it. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Are you fucking kidding me? You really have the gall to say that the people here that are paying out of their pocket to show up here are doing this for financial incentive, when your entire fucking job depends on this very legislative system that allows people like you to make a living for yourself. Without bills, without new laws being passed, without a legislature, what living would that lobbyist make? Nothing. There are parasites, absolute parasites. What goods do you sell? What services do you offer? What do you do? Should have brought up the Norway testimony. Is it really a good thing should I really be bringing up the fact that a company sold somebody stuff with a logo that shouldn't have been there? That's not the best of cases here. I'll be transparent about it. If somebody asks me about it, I'll give them an honest answer. But is that really the time to bring that up? But like the fucking gall you have to point out the profit motive when, like, what do? You don't do anything. You make your money off of the fact that other people do something. How fucking dare you? But anyway, what's there to say there? I saw your portion. I thought it was amazing. Thank you. Lewis, what is going on? I haven't been able to watch in a few weeks. College is kicking my ass. We had an interesting lobbying day today. It was a fun lobbying day. Any suggestions for a place to buy a replacement Lenovo ThinkPad IdeaPad 300 screen? I used to run a screen company. I don't anymore since it failed. Not very profitable when other people will sell stuff for 50, 80 cents in profit. I don't know. I don't know who to recommend, honestly. I'm sorry. I just finished your 9-minute video and sent it to my boyfriend to have watch it. He really enjoyed it. Thank you very much, Lauren. Awesome job taking on the man. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony Sierra. The website looked like a scam. It is. It's a window dressing website. That's what its purpose is. Paul Daniels is here. Everybody say hello to Paul Daniels. Everybody here, go to pldaniels.com and use that contact form and email to say hello to Paul Daniels. If you're watching this stream, I want to make sure that you go to youtube.com/19pld73 and say hi to Paul Daniels. You'll like it. Maybe not a lot, but you'll like it. Lewis, good timing, just got back home. You did great today. I think YouTube videos have helped you present your arguments very well. I think it could have been much better. I think if I was feeling better, it would have been a little less, oh my God. I missed up the words easier and harder. What I meant to say is it's difficult and a pain in the ass to translate something from Latin to English, but it could be done, meaning it's easy to go about the process of finding a way to do it. It's going to be hard to actually sit there and do the work. What are your thoughts on corporate shills? You know what really aggravates me is that they understand the process is such a scam. They know they're going to win, so there's very little reason for them to put much effort in at those hearings. The decisions are likely not made there, which is why they have such garbage arguments to be presented. Can you imagine if the fate and the profits of Microsoft and Apple and Google and Cisco and all those companies that are represented by TechNet, when you go to TechNet, go to TechNet's website, look up Christina Fisher at TechNet and look for yourself. If all those companies' profits were contingent on the garbage testimony of that garbage lobbyist, no, absolutely not. They would find someone. They would find someone that went to acting school. They would find someone that was eloquent. They would find someone that has the ability to explain their thoughts without reading them off of a piece of fucking paper in a monotone voice, not even understanding any of the concepts that they're trying to get across. My belief is that all of these deals, all of this kind of stuff, it's already done. This is just window dressing. This is just so that it can seem to the general public like we listened to you and then we carefully thought about those arguments. Those decisions are already made. But one of the things that really bothered me, and one of the things I've talked about in this channel a lot, is whatever your job is, whatever corner of the world you're in, try to do it better. I'd really like to try to be a lobbyist for somebody like TechNet or the other places. I mean, obviously, again, as I said, there's no point to it because the decisions on these types of legislation are made before I actually get there to discuss anything. But I would like to make the anti-repair case well. I'd like to represent TechNet's interests properly. I'd like to show you what it's like when somebody who can actually take the concerns and agitations and issues that those companies have, the things that they really believe are issues, and actually explain them in a manner that's palatable to an audience without reading off of a piece of fucking paper in a monotone voice saying, But well, not like they're lining up to give me a job anytime soon. And not like I'd fucking take it. Although I kind of wanna. I think it would be fun. As fun as using what was just sitting on the dresser over there. How will you celebrate your victory? I will celebrate my victory by booking a last-minute flight back home and getting right back to board repair to make up for Paul being sick for a week and Anel being out for a month. Digging into board repair. Getting the eyes darker. I like board repair. It's like solving puzzle after puzzle after puzzle. It'll be fun. I am going to celebrate my victory with some more work and perhaps signing a lease if that 30th Street space agrees to my terms. We'll see. If Afghan House agrees to my terms, we will have a lease signed and I will have a new store on the way. If Afghan House does not agree to my terms, I will continue to work within a hallway. I really don't want to work in a fucking hallway. I don't, but I'm not budging. I got my terms. What was the character of the TV show the big man talked about? Chloe on 24. I was talking about 24. So I was bringing up a reference to the SMC. I loved it when you brought up 24 and I was absolutely floored when the senator responded with Chloe. I know, that's what makes it sad that he's still not he's likely not going to approve it. And maybe I'm just being too cynical. Maybe I'm just being too cynical because of the state of modern politics. I don't even know why I put in the word modern, as if this is something unique to the modern times. But maybe the way that politics is dealt with in the modern age is what's made me cynical. Yeah, my example was that in a MacBook, if I try to read the code from the SMC in order to use it to program a new SMC, let's say I want to take a known good SMC and read its programming so I can program new SMCs. So rather than have to dig shit off of donor boards and pray that they work, the chip will erase itself, similar to when the terrorist will kill himself before Jack Bauer can figure out where the bomb is. And that, 70 years ago, this was unheard of. Nobody would do this. Nobody would come up with something where if you tried to get information off the device relevant to fixing a common problem, that doing that in and of itself is going to result in it killing itself just so that you can't get the information, just so you can't fix the product. That law is downstream from culture, and that if the corporate culture has changed and the manufacturing culture has changed, then the law is going to have to change with it. The culture change occurred. We're just simply waiting for the legal change to occur after it. What are you smiling at, girl? Did you hear from any of the other contractors yet? I've heard from 2. I heard from the one that I posted the quote of, and I heard back from a contractor that is so old they are not going to be able to figure out how to use a PDF reader or a computer to create me a quote. Which is actually a good thing, because if you're that old, that means I have a chance of being able to afford you. So we've got some quotes. Nice meeting you today, Lewis. I liked how they were talking about only trained professionals should work on appliances, but their website doesn't have SSL, trained professionals. I don't try to focus on that stuff very much, because it's funny. It's funny. It really is. And this is the type of stuff as a teenager that I would focus on, the hypocrisy. But in the reality of it is that it doesn't change their point. So let's say I'm saying, let's just try to really, let's try to make their point nice and strong. So let's say they're saying that Sam is, this is not libel. I'm just purely for the sake, just experimenting. Let's say that Sam's a pedophile, right? And I'm saying that we should not have laws that allow pedophiles to enter homes of people when they're doing a house call appliance repair, because that's bad, because many of our customers have kids. Now, let's say you point out that I'm a pedophile saying that. Okay, you're right, I'm a hypocrite, but does that make the point any less correct that we have a system that vets people before we and have them enter customers' homes under the guise of trust? You're right, that they're being hypocrites, absolutely. But their point that trained professionals should work on products is a good one. It really is. The problem is that A, their own professionals often are not trained, as evidenced in the Genius Bar videos, but mainly B, people who are uncertified are often just fundamentally better at it than the people who are trained and certified. Ask anybody with that. Ask 99% of the people with Apple certifications prior to Jessa trolling them and trolling the independent repair community into fucking getting Apple certifications. This is Jessa's way of getting, Pearson VUE some revenue through Apple. I'm half kidding there. Is how many of them know what 12.23 volts on PP Bus G3 Hot versus 12.56 volts on PP Bus G3 Hot mean? The people who are certified have no clue. Certification has nothing to do with it. But hi, Erica. What would you like to say?
People are wondering.
Microphone, girl.
Oh. People are wondering, what laptop are you using? What ThinkPad are you using?
I'm using a ThinkPad P50.
There you go, everyone.
This machine
P50.
shits on Erica's MacBook.
Boo.
Welcome to the Roach Tell. Please enjoy the friendly roaches found in your smoke-smelling room. You know there's no roaches here. You know why there's no
bugs.
roaches here? Because Erica didn't pick the hotel.
Hey.
Thank you for defending right to repair. It really does help people who want to help others by fixing their tech without having to pay an arm and a leg. Thank you very much, Zane.
It's a P50.
How long have you been on Twitch? About 3 years now. But I don't focus on it much. Thank you for defending right to repair. It really does help people who want to help others by fixing their tech without having to pay an arm and a leg. Thank you. Did you run into the lady you were debating after? No, and that's the other thing I think somebody brought up in a comment that's good. What do you mean debate? Debate is where somebody says, this is the topic we're discussing. Your argument, your retort, your counter-retort. This is, you have 180 seconds to explain who you are, what you do, why you're here, and why this very complex bill should or should not be passed. Buzzer. Start. It's a way to make everybody feel like their opinion is represented, and it really does kind of waste everybody's time to some extent. I want to thank you for all your videos. You got me to start fixing my electronics if something goes bad. Thank you, and here is $5 for the renovation budget. I would give more, but I am a college student. Sorry and thank you. You don't have to apologize. I don't think I've done anything to earn or deserve your $5, but I highly appreciate it. Why, thank you very much. The thing here is, I get it. Everybody there is a voter. Everybody there is taking part in this process. So everybody there, as the public, the senators and representatives work for them. But realistically speaking, how much time can you give to every single issue? How much time can you give everybody to speak? This is the compromise that sucks for everybody. I love the definition of professional. People say limit XYZ to pros. Someone who claims to know what they're doing gets paid for it. I did a video called What is a Real Business in the beginning of 2013. It's a 6.5-year-old video, but I think it's still very relevant today. I would suggest it. What is the point? Everybody speaks for 3 minutes. Each person cannot get across their thought. Each person is aggravated that they cannot debate somebody else who says something they believe is wrong. Everybody up there is thinking, fuck, we've been talking about this one issue for 3 to 4 hours. I'm tired of hearing about it in 3-minute segments. So they're falling asleep. Really, nobody is happy. It's just kind of one of these solutions that's supposed to pacify everybody just enough that they don't just tip the whole system over and start from scratch. It's all political theater, but no doubt you stole the show. Yep. That system really sucks. Can you personally tell the difference from 4K and 1080 on a laptop screen? Asking for argument's sake. Yes, you can. But what you're going to tell more than that is the actual quality. So I would rather have 1080p, but, some... the source Blu-ray or something, or give me the 50 megabit per second file, rather than 4K that's encoded with some, CRF equals 22 or 28 and X264 or some rubbish that's 10 to 12 megabit per second. I value quality over that. I miss the times when you could fix your TV and VCR and just go down the road. Sorry if you've asked this before. What laptop do you recommend? I think the P50 is a lovely laptop, and I love this thing, and I will continue to recommend it, specifically because of how much it shits on Erica's MacBook.
What?
Sorry if you've asked.
What is this? What is this? Making fun of my MacBook. Why are you making fun of Miss Cleo?
Because you own a MacBook and you named it after a scammer.
Well, my MacBook knows everything. That's why I named it Miss Cleo, and it was just a name that stuck with me.
What are tomorrow's lotto numbers? Ask your MacBook.
I don't think she'll be able to answer that.
Reading. Didn't realize you were here in Boston. I am until tomorrow. Did not realize you were here. Welcome. Thanks for defending right to repair at our State House. Thank you. I could see the legislators tapping out when you started talking about the SMC and pulling them back in when you mentioned Jack Bauer. That's the thing. If you want to relate to somebody when you have an issue that you need resolved, and you know, realistically speaking, you either you lack the time or the rhetoric required to do it, make them laugh or make them smile. When I'm dealing with customers that are pissed off, they're pissed off because they showed up and their problem's not solved. And I'm pissed off because they expect me to bring their machine back to where it was when it started, which is randomly crashing after their cat pissed on it, and now it's dead and I can't fix it, and they want me to give them a $500 board for free. Like, I can't fix that because I'm not going to give you shit for free. They're not going to accept my, what it is. I have to figure out a way to get you to smile and laugh. If I can get you to smile or laugh, then we can get on to having an actual discussion. And I thought that was an important thing to do, given the fact that they were bored, they were restless, they were listening to rehearsed speeches, whether it was from the right to repair side or whether it was from the corporate lobbyist shill side. They were all sitting there monotone, talking into their paper like this. Maybe there were 2 or 3 that I missed that actually said something that was not talking like this in a manner that would not instantly put me to sleep. Because I am reading the same way as when Mrs. Friedland or Mrs. McGoey would pick on me when we were reading the textbook or the reading material or the SRAs for 4th grade. It's awful. Do you think Tesla is doing similar things as Apple as far as right to repair, limiting parts information owners? I think that's an excellent question, and I would ask Rich Rebuilds. Rich Rebuilds is actually in New York until the end of the week, and I was hoping to be able to catch up on my sleep so that I'd be able to catch up on my repairs on Monday so that I'd be able to meet him on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday and do a video with him, which I'm probably not going to get to do because I'm going to be buried in MacBooks. Probably with a 99 or something fever by the time I get back home. But I would ask Rich Rebuilds because he is smart on that and also informed, and I'm not very informed on that because I don't know jack shit about cars. It seems like the answer is yes, but again, I am very hesitant to answer things when I am completely clueless about the topic.
Hey, so someone asked us, why did we not stream this from a 1-star hotel?
Because Erica didn't get to pick it.
What?
We stuck to 2 stars.
I really wonder, is there even a 1-star hotel out there?
Yes, I'm sure there is.
Really?
And if I had let you pick yesterday, you would have found it.
I want to try a 1-star hotel. I'm curious.
Go for it. I'm going to get a hose.
What? No. I'm so curious to know how bad hotels can be. Our Airbnb was pretty terrible. I think that would have been a 1-star for sure.
What do you think about Google versus Oracle case? This is an unfortunate area where I haven't been following it, so I have nothing to say on it. Just nothing at all. Nothing intelligent, nothing even stupid to say on it, because I haven't been following it. But I will definitely look into it. Thank you very much, Nathan, so I can be better informed. Lightfire says, I want to give you $10,000, but YouTube has a limit.
Streamlabs.
You know what? Maybe it's a good thing that YouTube has a limit. Maybe you should think about that situation and give $10,000 to somebody you don't know before you do it at 10:34 p.m. on a Monday evening. Thank you for your content and supporting Right to Repair. I run a PC repair store in Seattle, and your repair shopper demo has made my life easier. That's awesome. Thank you very much to Andrew Horton. You hear that, Troy, at Repair Shopper? Somebody started using Repair Shopper because of this. Maybe you can make the authorized.net integration suck a little less. Hint, hint. XOXO, Troy. I have a terrible relationship with programmers. Just ask Paul Daniels. Programmers, I'm terrible dealing with programmers. I'm really bad dealing with programmers.
Yes,
absolutely
Mark, I do want
awful.
to do it for science.
Hmm?
Nothing. My 1-star hotel curiosity.
You are not getting a 1-star hotel, girl. I'm not letting you back in the house unless I hose you down. I've seen you choose no.
Wait. Gabriel said that he's gotten bed bugs at a 4-star hotel. It's not always the hotel's fault.
Gabriel's probably a friend of yours from high school or something.
No.
Probably somebody from that hospital. What was the hospital that you used to work at?
You know what hospital I used to work at?
HMSA?
No, that was the insurance company I used to work at. Terrible.
Hawaii Hospital?
No. Why? Why does it matter?
I was going to say hello to anybody who was watching from Erica's hospital. What was the name of that hospital?
I'm not saying on stream.
Fine, we're going to Google it then.
No.
I think the T480 is a better price to quality ratio than the P50, especially when you mod the screen and put the T590 HDR screen in it. Perhaps it is. Kapiolani. That's the one.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, everybody. I'm from Kapiolani Hospital.
Oh my gosh.
Behind you is your ex-coworker, Erica. She now delivers mail for me.
Oh gosh.
That is so corny.
That was pretty corny.
That was. Marcus funded $2. I used to throw away all my mail until she arrived. All of my mail. I would open my mailbox and go, what the fuck is this paper shit? People still use this? The fuck? And then she went through my bills and realized, Lewis, you owe the gas company $1,000. Lewis, you owe the Con Ed. Did you know some? What?
Yeah, so he had auto pay, right? And he closed a few of his old accounts, and he didn't realize that he had auto pay on some of these accounts when he tried to consolidate. And yeah.
I thought I set up my auto pay back in 2010, and I had no idea that it turned off. And maybe it was something like February or March of this year.
I know, yeah, huh? Let me just close an account and let's double check on what I have on
It's almost like
auto
Erica
payment.
set that up just to prove the importance of mail.
I know, I gotta go.
Logan
check
says
that.
you slayed today, my friend. Congrats. Thank you very much.
You should shout out Ryan in case he gives you $100.
Am I allowed to blame the IT staff at Kapiolani Hospital for the fact that you weren't aware that plugging a USB cable into a phone and the other end into a computer is how you transfer files from the phone to the computer?
No, because I never spoke to the IT people about that. Okay, so I have
Kapiolani IT staff. Shame.
They actually watch your stream. No, it wasn't.
If you don't have an
IT
online
people.
payment portal, you are getting late payments. I agree with Real Mac Mods. Yeah, my landlord is like that too. They're the only people that I pay with a check. As a 21-year-old fellow business owner in Windsor, Ontario, I have a question for you. Any advice fitting 6 people into less than 250 square feet? I rent space off my university, still a student. My team, they recently downsized my space. Oh, God. So I have 13 people in 650 square feet. Really? That's even smaller than my dump. Can I borrow $4.20? No, but I just took your $4.20, it seems.
Uh-oh.
I work at a company in Long Island called Standard. The company has been fighting for independent repair since the original. You are not alone. Long Island called Standard. There's a company called Standard? Just Standard? Is that the company that used to make urinals for public schools? Am I thinking of a different company? Another dirty room, gross hotel YouTube series for her. Yes.
Yeah, the only problem is that there's always a fear of bed bugs.
Yeah, my landlord will only take a check, and it's like, you can that's fine, okay. But the thing is, my bank charges me if I want to order a book of checks, and I'm not paying for them, which means that I need to ask for a counter check from the clerk at the counter, which means I have to make a trip to the bank to get a check. And if that's the case, that means that you are only getting your rent when you right at the point of threatening to kick me out because you only want a check. Well, actually, with my old landlord, it wasn't like that. With the current one, it is, because it took me mentioning them in a YouTube video to get heat. One of the areas the appliance repair business is suffering as well. What is causing the appliance repair business to suffer? Is it people have less? Is there less demand to fix these appliances? Are they less repairable because the company are cons? Is it less fixable because the stuff is being made cheaper? I'm kind of curious. I mean, this is such a fucking noob thing to say, but I was surprised there was a booming appliance repair industry, given the high level of expertise required to do this stuff properly. And then I was looking at the prices of the stuff. I just didn't understand where that came into play, where people that have that level of of just talent for mechanical, electrical, and people skills all in one, doing house calls, showing up at the customer's home, bringing all their tools, getting the job done while the customer's there, and yeah, doing it within a reasonable budget. Million subscriber dinner went well. Mobile fix. Another dirty room is so good. Oh my God! It says Alexandria last name I can't pronounce.
Ooh, maybe you know what? We should go to all these like 1-star hotels.
Is the lady
and
with you
live stream
single?
from it.
Asking for a friend. That depends on her decision on the next hotel.
What?
CBC made a video about appliance repair in Canada. I gotta check that out. Less parts, they can straighten the parts, apply it, overcharge for parts. Making good appliances harder and economically feasible, even though the repair is simple.
Jordan, the kitties are fine. They have food and water.
It's kind of ironic that she uses a MacBook and wants to stay at a 1-star hotel. She uses a MacBook, but she uses a broke book. She has an 820-3209 board inside her computer.
Okay, and what?
That's an Ivy Bridge processor.
And?
Panther Point PCH. That's old, girl.
I know it's old. It's a 2012.
Standard Motor Products automotive field. I haven't used a Mac since the PowerBook G4 days,
She's
but
vintage.
I applaud you and Jess for fighting the good fight. Awesome. Thank you very much to Nori and also to Blendtech Bra. You made me join the computer repair club at my school. I now fix computer for low-income students, and it counts as community service hours. That's awesome, official tryhard. That's really awesome. I'm glad to hear it. You're doing a good thing. Hopefully Apple doesn't pull your YouTube vids for winning. Congrats, says Wes G. Hey, you never know. We'll see. I don't think it would be the best thing to do, but you never know. Thanks for all your dedication working towards right repair and helping for the common good. I've always repaired my own products, as it's typically simple things that fail. Thank you. Lewis, get Erica and go to sleep, man. You need it. I do need sleep, but I'm going to be tired and likely sick when I get back tomorrow from not taking time off and also having to dive back into board repair and doing 3 people's jobs. So I will be sick anyway, so I might as well enjoy my Ask Me Anything stream and enjoy the winning. We may have lost in getting the bill passed, but I succeeded in getting myself to smile earlier today. And that's what matters. It's just a pain in the ass. Oh my God, how do you put on pants with stones that big? Epic good sir. Thank you, Alan, for the $5.
Paul, I don't understand how that board is awesome. Awful. What? I'm the user. I'm not the person who's looking at my board. So I don't know how it's just awful. Uh-oh.
How proud were you that you beat the buzzer? Very. There's so much shit I wanted to cram in there. There was so much stuff that I wanted to put in there that I wasn't allowed to because I had about 5 or 6 seconds left. And I knew that, they said, we're sick and tired of hearing this buzzer. Please make us not hear the buzzer. And that's the kind of thing. I realized that I don't want to call them petty, but people in general are petty enough that that's the type of shit that may actually change somebody's emotional state to the point where they make a decision. The small things. Like, wow, this guy was considerate enough that I didn't have to hear that fucking buzzer with the speaker right next to my ear, far away from their ears. Thank you. You never know. Maybe it'll do something. Can you get a place in New Jersey and keep your place in New York City? I could get an apartment there, but that would be a much longer commute. I like the fact that my commute is 11 minutes and 10 seconds from my apartment to the store. 11 minutes, 10 seconds.
What about 23?
23 minutes when Eric is on the bike. 11 minutes and 10 seconds when Lewis is on the bike. I have a fast commute. I'll beat that G and L train any day.
Oh,
Don't delay, right to repair today. Thank you.
The buzzer was terrible, and with headphones, I almost crashed the car.
Enjoyed your videos. Thanks for informing us on how independent repair and how large corporations operate. The other thing I was really hoping to get out of this, even if I was not able to testify, because I was not planning to testify today. I had nothing to say. I didn't expect to be able to. I showed up last minute. I booked my plane ticket, last night at maybe like 8 o'clock, and I booked my hotel while I was in the car at 9:30. I
Oh, yeah.
really, it seems you've heard my arguments already. Our space is closer to 200 usable square feet. They recently took our hardline internet away. The wireless is trash and doesn't work half the time. Half of our 140 amp service stopped working suddenly, so no breakers tripped. We're a company that builds 3D printers.
We went to
Get more space. Get more space. Find more space. Get an Allen. What I would suggest you do is find the Canadian version of Allen and have him find you more space. And petition your boss to get you more space. Do you generate the company money? Do you create products that allow them to make money? Is there future revenue that they believe will come in dependent on you? If it is in any way, shape, or form, remind them of this when they're deciding not to give you any money or not any money for space. Yeah. Paul effing Daniels. Paul S. is here. Everybody, Paul S. is much more sick than I am. I have a very minor cold. Paul S. is very, very ill on his vacation. So everybody here, if you could kindly, send some happy thoughts to Paul, and so that hopefully he gets better. Paul could definitely use it. So everybody say hi to Paul S. in the chat, and also let's hope that he gets better. Get better. If you're not back by the time I sign lease, I will be building your office for you. Any books on business you would recommend? I would suggest, honestly, the book that I learned the most from was a book called Start With No by Jim Camp. And I feel really dumb that I haven't read it again because I've probably forgotten a lot of the important parts of that book. I've forgotten a lot of the important parts of that book, and they've become very handy. Negotiating this new space. Jim Camp's Start With No is an excellent book. It's one of those books where it's actually worth buying it rather than pirating it because it's really well written, and the guy, I'm sure he's already a multimillionaire, but he put so much good information into that book that it's worth the money. It really is. I would suggest it. I get no benefits, again, the closest. Favorite kind of tacos? Burritos. Burritos from Dos Toros Taqueria. I forget what I was about to say before that. Damn it. I had something I was going to say and I forgot it now.
Talking about that book?
No, after the book. I think it's in my head. I never said it out loud. So now I'm never going to find it. It's lost in there forever. You mentioned you prefer small phones, but I haven't seen you mention all BlackBerry phones. I haven't because they're shit. Every last one of them. The web browser is shit. The screen is shit. The durability is shit. You wash your hands. Your hand is still moist. You have a little bit of sweat on it. It gets into that keyboard. The phone is fucking dead. Useless. Everybody would say that the old BlackBerries were, built like tanks. Bullshit. It's so easy to break those things. And the freezing that would happen. When the freezing happened, you have to take the battery out and put it back in. Oh my God. That's one of the few devices. I would happily take a sealed-in battery in a device that doesn't crash all the time over a device where they realized that part of the troubleshooting, the only reason I believe BlackBerry did not seal the battery in is because it's required to troubleshoot that piece of fucking shit device. You have to be able to take the battery out because if you weren't, the phone, when it crashed, it would just be stuck like that, and you'd be screwed. Not to mention the 5 to 6 minute boot up times. I bought a BlackBerry. I had an 8330. No, I had an 8703E, then an 8330, then a 9530. The 9530 was it. That was RIM just giving me a middle finger. That was RIM just saying RIM me. Like ugh. The Storm 9530, biggest piece of shit. The click screen. And they followed it up with an even worse click screen. The buzzer is horrible. I agree the buzzer was horrible. Alan put up a great video today. I'll have to check it out. Alan's YouTube channel is booming. I'm happy. I really am. The thing I'm happy about with Alan is that the honest guy actually got something for a change. The guy that decided, I'm going to be humble. I'm not going to interrupt. I'm going to try to do my job well, one, over the person that says, I'm always going to interrupt, I'm going to be loud, and I'm going to say how I'm better than you even though I have no experience. I like seeing people like that win, and I really wish the people that were... I'm not saying that people should get steamrolled, because I've had many private conversations and stuff I'd not be open to discussing in public without talking about with Alan first. But I've had lots of conversations with Alan where he is not the type of dude that ever gets steamrolled. Alan is not a man that gets steamrolled. But he's the guy that, he doesn't have to berate you. He doesn't have to interrupt you. He makes a point never to interrupt you, which I can learn something from, because I talk too much and I talk too fast. He just, he gives the facts. He gives his opinion. He tells you which are the facts, which are his opinion, and he doesn't push you. And, he just does his job. He just adds value. He just adds value. I wish more people would be like that. The problem is if you were employed by RIM, you would have to tell people that you've had a RIM job. Paul says, I still have half a voice. The nasal infection was just about gone. I was feeling better, then it reached from the back and poked my eye. I have pink eye now. On vacation with pink eye. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It really, what I'm laughing at is I'm complaining about the fact that I was finally close to just straight good health, and then I got sick with this pathetic little allergies, maybe a 9900 fever, and Paul has pink eye. I shouldn't be complaining at all. Instead of getting a different place in New York, keep your current location in New York and get a place in New Jersey. That is nicer. Why? We'll see. We'll see. Maybe. We'll see what the owners of Afghan House say. If the owners of Afghan House get back to Bernstein and say Lewis's terms are acceptable to us, maybe... I won't have to consider that. If the Afghan House owners tell Bernstein politely, tell this Lewis guy to go F himself, he's wasting our time, I'm not open to his terms, then we'll consider it. Will you ever address your tics? Would love to see a video about coping with stress. I'm not interested in that. I've gone over it 1 or 2 times, and I honestly regret the fact that I ever did. I think there's things to focus on and things to not focus on. This is not a stress tic. This is a shit neurological system tic, and there's not really much I can do about it. So one thing that I am happy with, updated 1 million subscriber party, I haven't planned it yet, but thank you very much for the $1, is that I have been able to have a shit neurological system, but the irony is that thing that I'm known for is working on devices in a microscope where you have to put this wire next to this wire and they can't short each other, and being successful at it. I'll focus on that. I was a PC tech over 10 years with 12K diagnoses and repairs. I envy Mac repair having schematics and loathe they are mid-2000 e-machine. Thank you for Right to Repair so people like me don't get fed up and quit. Thank you very much, Andrew Wright, for your $10. I highly appreciate it. You are genuine, honest, kind, truth seeker, charismatic, and good looking. I wish we had more people like you in the world. Kisses, says a bunch of numbers for $5. Why, thank you. I return your kisses. Kahuo Nova says, as Erica gives me a very dirty stare.
I'm not giving you a dirty stare.
That's a dirty stare. Lewis, thank you for fighting for the right to repair and keeping us updated on this matter. Thank you very much. Kahoku Nova. Thank you. Lewis has tics I've never noticed. Yes, I'm able to hide them in different areas of my face or body.
I hope you guys don't think he has tics like the bug tick.
No, we're not staying at an Erica hotel. I've figured out how to hide them in different sections of my body or face, so they're slightly less noticeable than, just full-fledged horseshit. But such is life. Okay. Paul S. says it sucks to be me. I'm going to give Paul S. some motivation and incentive to get rid of his pink eye. I'm going to try it. Erica, face close-up, please.
Oh.
Face close-up, girl. That's neck. Come on, Erica, face close-up. Okay, you have to get hair as well, Erica. You're making me bald. Zoom out. Zoom out. Come on, zoom out a little more. Okay. I should just get a remote. I could get a remote at this point. That woman got destroyed.
Okay, what am I doing?
Paul, if you are not better by the time I sign this lease, I will be the one that is the foreman for building the new store. I will be in charge of building your office, choosing the location of your office, and choosing the budget for building your office. It's imperative that if you want your office and your location, your role in the company, as well as your location within the company to be decided by you rather than me, that you come back to work when your vacation is done. I wish you the best and good health. Did you forget to mention Apple refused to sell parts to repair companies? There's no point. They already know that. This is 2019. That's been gone over a million times already. A little something because I appreciate all that you do. Thank you very much to Stefan for the 2 and Harmsgit for the 2. No, Stefan for the 5 and Harmsgit for the 2. Thank you. They know that already. That's the thing is, the other thing is, I can't repeat the same shit everybody else is saying. It makes no sense. Again, you have to keep in mind that those people are sitting up there, a little something because they're sitting up there, bored out of their mind, listening to the same people recite the same shit in a monotone voice for 3.5 fucking hours. What is the solution to that? Thanks for your content. Love being able to get emotional and technical education from you. Thank you very much. What is the solution to that? The solution to that is saying something different. How about I point out how the other lobbyist was full of shit in a manner that may make you grin or smile? How about I bring up something that they said that goes counter to the ethics, morals, and just credos and everything that makes Boston, Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts. When I arrived here, when we showed up, when Erica and I got off the airplane, there was an entire wall filled with nothing but the accomplishments, all the firsts that happened here. The engineering first that happened here. My mother's Italian, my father is not. My mother's side of the family used to refer to my dad's derogatorily, so my dad used to refer to my mom's side of the family as the tribe. Long story. But your mindset reminds me of an Italian family. Yeah, hopefully that, but without all the inability to program a VCR until death thing that was rampant within the... That could be its own video in and of itself. But outside of the Italian family, the loveliness of the Italian family and how in-laws treat each other within the Italian family structure. My super chats always get ignored. Do they really? I read all of these. I just want to say hello to a man whose actions and words match up. Good on you. Thank you very much to 2,000 tubes for the $10. And hopefully you mean your super chats gets ignored by other people, because I make an effort to read all of mine. Erica will kick my teeth in if I miss one. YouTube collab where you repair my self-esteem, says fawn over with a very Zoloft-looking blob. I'm sorry that you have low self-esteem. What I recommend doing is figuring out... here's the thing. The hardest thing in life for me has been figuring out where I can be of use in the world. The easiest shit is just putting the work in. Like doing the 12 to 16 hours of work every single day to try to get even a teeny tiny bit better today than I was yesterday. That's actually the easy part. Working until 3 in the morning, easy part. Working while sick, easy part. Working with no money, easy part. Being at home infested with termites, easy part. Hard part, finding where I can be of use to people. I forgot the topic I was talking about before entirely. And let's see. Lawrence Allen for $10, smiley face. Thank you very much to Lawrence Allen. I appreciate that. Austin Gifford says, I get tics too. Mine are a lot worse when I am stressed out over school or work. You're the man, Lewis. I appreciate the work you do. It's interesting because when I'm stressed out, I usually have less of them because I'm usually focused on the thing that is stressing me.
Why is it so dark? Because there's no light directly above him.
There's no light.
Yeah, there's a light in the hallway, and there's a light in the far corner, and there's a light, 2 lights.
Yeah, so back to the thing I was discussing before this thing. Get to work, Paul. You have a Fisher-Price desk. Oh, it's worse than that.
I like
have plans for that. I have plans for Paul's desk if he doesn't come back to work. I have excellent plans. But we have a very unique incentive structure and motivational structure here at Rossmann Repair Group, and you'd have to work here to understand it. But every single one of those people, they were hearing the same shit over and over again. So one of the things that was interesting is when we got off of the airplane, there were its entire wall for about 200 feet of all the accomplishments, all the firsts for civil rights, all the firsts in engineering, all the firsts in like everything that was important to society that had happened here first. They were proud of that. So when they bring up, well, every other state said no, so what about this one? I'm going to fucking own you on that. And I'm going to remind everybody in the state that was a part of why that shit's on the wall that this bitch in the audience doesn't think shit of you, your state, your ethics, your morals, your credos, or anything you stand for. Or I could bring up that Apple doesn't sell parts. Which do you think is more important? Lawrence Allen funded $10. Thank you very much. Like, that's the thing. When you look at that wall, I'm guessing that person drove in. They didn't fly in. Because if they flew in, they would have seen that airport wall and they would have seen all this shit that was there and how proud the natives to Massachusetts are of the fact that this is a place where where real innovation happens, not the type of bullshit-ass innovation that it's talked about on their website. Yes, you will. Or worse. Now, again, you may not like liberal politics. You may not like the revolutionary social justice-ish kind of shit. But the thing is, you don't have to like it to understand that that kind of entrepreneurial spirit when it comes to taking society forward is what Massachusetts is proud of. Is what Boston and Cambridge are proud of. So if you're going to show up there and you're going to try to create a convincing argument, this is one of the things that's talked about in Jim Camp's Start With No, you better be speaking to the concerns of the individual you're talking to, not your own concerns. So I'm not going to talk to them and say, yeah, I know this is a large part of your values and ethics, regardless of what I share of them. I know this is a large part of your morals and ethics. Fuck that. Fuck all that shit. It's not important because I'm here and I dyed my hair blonde and I'm speaking today. That's dumb. But again, you know what's even more dumb than that? Thinking that by showing up that I actually did anything. We'll see. Maybe it'll get passed. Again, the only thing I'm hoping to accomplish with that is some kids watch that who are in college, interning at some of these companies, about to go to college, about to start their own businesses and think, you know what? When I grow up and I'm in an executive position in engineering, marketing, production, design, I'm not going to be a dick when it comes to repair because I watched that scene. That's really what I'm looking for. But yeah, thinking that I actually have a say in whether these laws are passed. I have as much of a say in that as whether or not this video has good lighting.
Hey, by the way, what was the book that you recommended earlier?
Jim Camp's Start With No. Jim Camp, author. Start With No.
Thanks for asking, Brian.
Title. You like cats fried or baked? Would I prefer to fry Oreo or bake Oreo? Would I want soy sauce or barbecue sauce in Oreo? You know what? I prefer not to eat a cat, but thank you very much for the $2. I appreciate it even if I'm not into eating cats.
I miss Oreo. I miss that little guy.
Because that's the thing. I may not agree with every single thing that your legislature, that you stand for, or that you fight for. But But if I'm trying to convince you that my argument is best, I'm not going to shit on everything you stand for, as the preface to my argument. Vintage Time Australia funded ass. Thank you for your ass.
Oh, gosh.
Hi, Lewis. I've been watching for years. Exited IT repair in 2006. Now a watch tech. Your arguments are great. Same issue with parts techs and watchmaking. Thank you very much. Lewis had to pay a visit to MIT. Lewis's brain is too small to pay a visit to MIT. If I showed up at MIT, the IQ of everybody at MIT would probably collectively drop when I walked in. You realize that I had to cheat to get a 58 in chemistry in high school. To get out of chemistry, I had to cheat to get a 58 out of 100 on my Regents. And I flunked out in college because I failed chemistry. I'm not walking within a mile of MIT. Probably lower the intelligence of everybody there. Scamson sells junk to non-authorized companies and their failed garbage parts to the public. In the appliance world, Alf would be disappointed. I don't know much about the appliance world. I appreciate the $5, but I have no idea what that means. I'm so sorry. You're light in and of itself. You don't need additional. Why, thank you, Bill. I'm not going to try to read that name because I've gotten in trouble reading names that are funny before. I don't trust it. But thank you. You're not Chinese. They eat everything, right? I'm not Chinese. My girlfriend is Chinese, and I can confirm that she does eat everything.
I would try many, many things. Even that Norwegian, what's that? That Strumling or something like that. I forgot how you pronounce it. The stinky fermented.
You have to be
fish
smart to cheat. You have to be stupid to cheat and still get below a 60. Thanks for streaming the hearing today. It was very informative for European like me. Thank you. What's really interesting is how the lobbyist had absolutely zero personality. Yeah, that's the other thing that aggravated me about it. It's not just the anti-repair position. It's the fact that you can't even argue for it. Maybe that should make me happy. Maybe you have no passion for the bullshit you're saying. Maybe you're broke, you used to be broke, and these are the people that are allowing you to live indoors. So you don't disagree with it, but you just read the shit on the paper because it's your job. Maybe that should make me feel better, but it doesn't. Thanks for doing what you're doing. You should come vacation in New Zealand. Our entire country is all about fixing and making everything last as long as possible. Thank you for the $5 New Zealand dollars. Perhaps I would check out New Zealand someday.
Yes, that fish that I was talking about was that surströmming. Thanks, James. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but that was the fish that I was talking about. It's fermented fish. Oh,
I'm using a
Swedish.
ThinkPad
Yeah,
P50.
that one.
Sonny Lynn said there's only one way to eat a cat if you know what I mean. Sonny! My favorite ex-employee / student.
Sonny, can you please share with us how to go ahead and do that? You should go ahead and videotape that and post it on YouTube.
I know you don't know about the appliance problem. I'm just telling you our side of it. There are many things that cross over between the two professions. You know what? I'll take the stuff that you said and I will look into it. The anti-repair lobbyists don't need to make sound arguments. They just need to look pretty and let their money talk for them. Possibly. Hi says I don't think YouTube would allow for that. Hey, how's it going, Hi? How are you? Everybody, I want you to say hi to Hi217 in the chat. And email him at hi@rossmangroup.com. Great testimony today. David Strout, your name sounds familiar. Are you the July or the August 2015 course? How do you feel about the committee, what they said, and what they'll do? I'm fairly certain, and perhaps this is my cynicism speaking, I should give Boston more of a chance. I should give the members of the committee more of a chance. I should give the senator more of a chance. I don't think anything's actually going to happen. I think people will watch my video. I think they'll be more aggravated about the cause. I think that they'll get more involved. But I don't think that in the legislation route that anything is going to happen. Alexander says, how do you feel about Google releases like the Pixel Stadia? I haven't tried them. Can you fix my weighing computer, that is? That makes no sense. I appreciate your $24.99, but I will not be servicing your weighing.
What?
Erica, would you like to service PT's weighing?
No.
Well, there you have it.
Is that something other people service?
These clowns kept mentioning modifying as a reason they proposed the right to repair. Modify is totally different than repairing. It is, but I think their argument is that you would be able to do that. So let's say, that we asked for every single piece of program. Well, the argument goes something like this. Today they're asking for this, but the wording in this bill is vague enough that they could ask us for the information they would need so that they could unlock an iCloud locked device and allow stolen devices to be sold again or something like that, which is potential. That could happen. It's possible.
Good brand of Cheetos? Cheetos
I'll tell the
is-
truth. It's not what I'm looking for. It's not what I
Flaming
care
Hot
about.
Cheetos is amazing. I thought Cheetos only has one brand. It's the original Lay's, right? Frito-Lay.
Thank you for the $2.
Oh no.
I got some Claritin D today, but I didn't take it. I would like some Claritin D. Not to be confused with D. Not sure my name sounds familiar. I've not taken your course, unfortunately. You were not in Jess's course July or August of 2015? Damn. You had over 7,000 people watching.
Here. Catch it.
Uh-oh.
There you go. And then the water's right next to you.
I had 7,000 people watching a 350 kilobit per second stream. Thank you for the $5. Yeah, at some point today, my stream was to stop that shit. It was 350 kilobit per second. That was so pathetic. People are still saying, Lewis, it's because of the quality. You're asking to pump too much quality. It's like, quality doesn't matter. I can make that stream 9K, 800 frames a second. The bit rate is what matters. And the bit rate at 350 kilobit per second, that was too much for my fucking internet connection. Thanks for the free x-ray last night. Anytime, Puckadet. So the thing that pisses me off is that Verizon is one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive LTE provider.
Funny, John.
For, a cell phone provider,
Can't be
cellular service provider. And right next to the Boston State House, okay, in the State House, you have bad service because it's an old building. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Outside the building, on the sidewalk, you fucking kidding me? There's no service there? This is not the middle of nowhere. This is a major legislative body in a very highly populated, popular area with lots going on, and Verizon can't give me more than one fucking bar? 350 kilobit per second and you're freezing. I can't stream off of my phone. I couldn't message people from the restaurant across the street from the place even when I got outside. Are you kidding me, Verizon? Are you fucking kidding me? Makes me want to go home and just cancel that shit altogether and move to somebody cheaper. It's like if I'm in the middle of Wyoming and I get fine. Like really here? If Apple continues its trend of failing chips that cause a Mac to be unreliable, fuck. Eric, you remember what that said? Commend you for putting up with dumb questions. God bless. When is the wedding? Erica knows what has to happen prior to there being a wedding.
If Apple continues its trend of failing chips that cause Mac
What would
to be
you modify
unstable,
your business model into?
Yeah, that one.
I have no idea. I originally wanted to be a therapist.
Therapist.
First, I wanted to be a therapist. Then I wanted to be a recording engineer. Then I wanted to fix recording studio gear, which I started doing. Then I got started doing this, basic screen repair crap. Then I thought, well, lots of people are getting into repair. I guess this industry is over. I'm going to become a supplier. In 2010, I opened Rossmann Supply Group. And so the company I thought would do really, really well supplying everybody went phew. And the company that I thought would go phew is here with 13 employees looking to move to a new store. I have no fucking clue. I really don't. I'm shit at predicting stuff like that. Not sure. How would you feel RTAR becoming a thing via the EU? I don't think it matters much, honestly, what happens there. There are lots of laws and regulations in the EU that confuse me. So one of the things is, it's supposed to be very progressive. It's supposed to be very consumer-friendly. The consumer doesn't get fucked in the EU. But what I'm interested in is the fact I'm never going to answer these questions. 16-year-old subby recently got a job local repair shop fixing phones. Keep up the good work. Thanks for the fight to repair. Good fight for a right to repair. Love from Texas. Thank you very much for the $4.99. People will say, well, you don't understand. In my country, we can get repairs like that. Why not? Because nobody has money for this stuff. In my country, I wish I could get that tool. In my country, that tool costs $1,000. And I go, why? Well, nobody sells it. Why doesn't somebody open a business in your country that sells it? Oh, it's hard to do business in that area. It was really interesting to me is, for example, Sweden has always had to have this amazing educational system, which it probably does. Do you need Super Chat to read? Thank you anyway. Well, it's not that you need a super chat to be read. It's that I can't even keep up with the pace of super chats. And if I can't keep up with the pace of super chats, I'm definitely not going to have time to read the normal chat. I do read the normal chat when I can, but the problem is that I am one individual, and there are literally thousands of you watching and commenting, which means it's not very possible with the economy of scale thing going on there for me to read all of them. It looks like we get 31 messages a minute at the moment, not counting Twitch, which means that I have about 2 seconds for each message to be read. That doesn't work. The thing with the EU is that if Paul isn't back on time, make his desk the Zama machine. He also dedicated to only using that machine from now on. I think that's what we're going to do when somebody takes more than 2 weeks of vacation a year. You take more than 2 weeks vacation, Zama. So, the thing with the EU is, like, Sweden has this educational system, and I'm sorry if I talk to the super chats, it's just I'm not going to be able to get a sentence out if I don't, is that the educational system is so much better than ours. Why are there not more places doing this there? That's what I don't get. Like, I've gotten so many packages from Sweden, from people saying, in my country, I can't find somebody who does this. Why? I mean, the biggest problem, thank you very much to Lawrence Allen for the $2, here is lack of ability to find people that have a brain that can do this because of the shit education system. So that's what I think I'm, producing with all the videos I'm doing and the content and this, that, and the other. Why is it in the countries that have the best educational systems, in contrast to the garbage public schools we have in Brooklyn or Manhattan, there's less people doing what I'm doing there than here? I don't get it. There's something I'm missing out on. There's something that I don't get about Europe. There's something I don't understand about it. So I don't have it. I don't know if the EU doing this works. Hisham Islam says, funds $2 and says, hi, bye-bye. Hi-bye, bye-bye. Hi is being silly. Also, hi has entered Kopaz territory and giving me back his salary. But yeah, the thing that I don't understand about it is, why is it that when it comes to Europe, there aren't more repair options there than here? And there's something I'm missing there. My uninformed theory, my armchair, literally, theory, Wang was an all-computer company that effectively went bankrupt in 1990. PT funded $4.99. Thank you very much. My armchair theory is that if it's a bit enough of a pain in the ass to do business, that it's going to counteract the fact that you have a lot of a well-educated population that's capable, able, and not broke, so they are able to actually get started doing something, that there's going to be less business. Whereas here, if it's easier, then maybe you have more repair shops. I don't know. Or maybe the tools will be available if more companies are able to start here because it's easier to start and do business here. More companies will be there, meaning more places selling tools, meaning more competition, meaning prices goes down. But again, this is just me, literally, again, armchair. There couldn't be more of an armchair expert than somebody sitting in an armchair. The thing I always find funny with the EU is when people say, Lewis, we have a 3-year warranty on our MacBook in the EU. It's like, okay, let me check out what a MacBook costs in the EU. Let me check out what a MacBook costs in the US. Oh, look, it looks like you pay almost $300 more for your MacBook in the EU than you do in the US. Okay, let's see what the cost of AppleCare in the US is. Oh, it looks like the cost of AppleCare in the US is about the same as the additional tax that you pay in the EU to buy it without AppleCare, so you can have your free warranty. Maybe addition and subtraction works differently there. Just watch your testimony. I think you did well. This is Ken Wolf. Thank you very much for the $1.99. That's the thing. If somebody's going to tell me, Lewis, you're forced to do this in this country. You're forced to provide this thing for free. I'm just going to charge people more in that country. That's the thing with the right to repair thing, is one of the things that I've said is I'm willing to pay for this shit. This is what pisses me off when people say, how do you pronounce Kiribati? What? This is what pisses me off when they say you're going to up the cost of this shit. No, I'm not. I've said many times, make me pay $6,000 a year for a subscription fee to get schematics and diagrams. For me to be able to log onto your server and get a PDF. For me to be able to log onto your server and get access to the same shitty ISO little burnable USB that has the diagnostic tools that you have, charge me $6,000 for that. I will pay. I don't want the price to increase to customers because I've asked you for something. Charge me out the ass for it, but at the very least, charge me. Make it an option. Have you reverse engineered any hardware before? No, that requires more of a brain than I have. I am a janitor. If so, are there any references you recommend? What are some things you reverse engineered? Any favorite ones? 0 for 0. I am not an engineer. I am a janitor. You may have mistaken janitor for engineer. Look. Liquid spill in aisle 5 next to the pee-pee bus. Please clean up in aisle 5. You killed it today, man. Especially with that lady that happened to go in front of you for you to rebound off of. By the way, David Strout was in that class back in the beginning with me. Who are you, My Phone Repair LLC, for the $9.99? I'm curious. Now I knew it. I knew a David Strout. But David Strout doesn't remember me. Zero effect. That is no. No. Some bridges are best left burnt. You did fantastic at the meeting today, Lewis. This 5 is a part of my thanks. Carry on. Thank you very much to Tom Lush. Are you ready to max, says Aniva. What does that mean? Thank you for the $2, but what is ready to max? Alexandra, a person with the last name I can't pronounce, says Lewis has the natural smoky eye look that I take 20 minutes.
Yeah, just imagine if you were in
Hyperbin
early
funded $2.
no, mid 2000s, that goth look.
Hyperbin funded $2. I'm not reading that because I don't know what that says. I learned my lesson reading stuff on YouTube that I don't know what they're saying. That's the price of being an influencer, someone says. 2-star influencer hotel. Repair or modify? I should have both rights. I didn't loan the device, I bought it. Big hugs from Brazil. Thank you very much for the R5.
Okay, so if anyone wants to send 7 gallons of pickles, Hi will do it on stream. He will eat 7 gallons of pickles.
No, he will not. If he dies on stream, then that's going to increase my workman's comp bill.
Okay, never mind. Hi will not be eating 7
Come to
gallons
the
of
Netherlands. We have lots of repair specialists here. We have Duke in the Netherlands. The EU overregulates businesses, making small business startups more difficult. The EU model is to protect big business. Interesting. Something I'll look into. Thank you very much, Mark Morris, for the £5. Hi, Lewis. I had to leave early before and may have missed if you answered my question. Unfortunately, I don't know what your question is. If you have a question, I would highly suggest asking it rather than asking if I've seen it, because if you ask if I see it, then I'm not going to be able to read your question, because I'll be reading your question, asking if I've read your question, which I have not read. Erica, being married is awesome, especially with someone who can repair your Mac till death do you part. It says Franklin Ordonis for $5. Erica got 1 complimentary Mac repair. For good. Never again. Never again.
I just added 1 dislike to this video.
I'm getting at her ThinkPad and installing OS 10 on it. I'm behind in the comments, but let's see how far I am behind by. I'm to 11:19 and it is 11:24. I think you do a better diag of circuit issues than the Apple Diagnostic tool. Yeah, but it's useful for sensor shit. It's useful for sensor stuff. Did you get Phoenix software? Nope. The original, one thing to learn with Reddit is that the original poster will always disappoint 110% of the time. And in the thread that I posted to that that piece of music from St. Matthew's Passion by Bach, where the original poster had access to the Phoenix software, and I offered them any free upgrade or repair they would want in the world on that computer if they happen to send it in. They did indeed disappoint. They never sent it in. They never contacted me. On Reddit.com, the original poster will always disappoint you. Every time. It appears there might be more than 2 David Strouts in the world. Nah, I'm pretty sure you're the David Strout. I know a David Strout when I see a David Strout. How many David Strouts are watching this YouTube channel, getting into this repair business at 11:25 p.m. on a Friday? You were there. I know you were there in July. Don't lie! You're the David Strout that I met at Jess's repair course. Just admit it already. That's all you. How do you feel about Alan's commentary about your search? Does he seem to be representing your opinion fairly? I have not watched his most recent video because I've been flying and also reading your comments. Thank you so much for standing in front of those bigwigs today. What a rock star you are. I don't know if rock star is the way I'd put it. Been following you for years now. Watch every video. I keep up the good work, brother. Thank you. I will do. I'm hungry again.
What? Why are you looking at me while you're telling me you're hungry?
I'm hungry.
I have a coconut dessert inside of the fridge.
I don't want dessert. I'd like food, please.
I don't have any food on me.
Can you please make food appear?
How can I make food? I have no food here.
Make food appear, girl.
Wait, I do have food from yesterday.
What was your take on today's happening? Did it go well? I think it went very well. Will it make a difference? I don't think so. I'm still very cynical when it comes to politics, and I think anybody watching who pays attention to American politics could understand why I am cynical. Any ideas on giving maintenance courses? I want to learn from you in order to open a maintenance store in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Thanks for your time. I was teaching a course in the end of 2015 after I quit teaching with Jessa, in 2016 and 2017. I stopped teaching in 2018 for several reasons. The first is that business was climbing up and up and up, and I needed to actually work on shit for customers. I didn't have the space for another person to sit there. I needed that space for my technicians, and I have 650 square feet. 13 people working there. The second reason is that it started to aggravate me when people weren't putting the effort into, Bob the Builder should be the spokesperson for Right to Repair. Can we fix it? Asking for a friend. Can we fix it? The first thing you need to do is define it. I don't know what you mean by that. Can we fix it? What is it? I appreciate the $5, though. Thank you very much, Kratos. Thank you. I also just forgot what I was talking about. Erica, rewind 20 seconds. What was I talking about?
I don't know.
Can you produce food?
Uh-huh.
You can't produce food, and you can't tell me what I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Next thing you're going to do, you're going to tell me you're a Mac user.
I am a Mac user.
Can you be a ThinkPad user?
Get
Erica a ThinkPad fund. Exactly.
Wait, how much is a ThinkPad fund? $2?
Yes.
It's going to be a long time till a ThinkPad materializes.
No, seriously, what was I just talking about?
I forgot. You had all these trains of thoughts.
I know, but I keep getting interrupted every time somebody donates something, and I forget what I was talking about. Fuck. All right, let's see. I'm going to listen to my own video. We'll find out. What the fuck was I just talking about? Damn it, another one. No, I will get my train of thought back.
You were talking about people
Damn
doing courses in your store.
Oh, now you tell me. Once I've gotten a new donation and I can't read the old one. I'm from Europe and I don't understand it, but feel free to ask. I think I asked. White Wolf, rewind back to me asking about the European repair thing and you'll find it. But I gotta... So, the other thing that drove me nuts, besides the fact that there's going to be another ding, is that there's... It's frustrating when I say, here's what I would like you to read, or here's just the basic stuff I'd like you to acquaint yourself with before you show up, and people put no fucking effort in. And they're like, fresh computer engineer here by degree, how can I support Right to Repair or common repair knowledge in my free time? I think what you could do is you could get people involved that are excited with it. Get somebody to fix something and get them to experience that happy little dopamine rush that shows up when they make something work again, when they get the fan to spin, when they get the screen to come on. Or help somebody save money through repair, and they'll be excited about it. That's what I do. Try to get people excited by either making them happy or showing them in the wallet how it benefits them. The thing is, for example, I'm trying to learn martial arts, and I suck. I mean, thank you very much, Adhar, for the 40 lightning bolts. Lightning bolts, yes. Thank you for the 40 lightning bolts. And I suck. I am beyond trash at martial arts. I'm beyond trash at any sport whatsoever. The only thing I'm even remotely decent at is weightlifting, because you don't actually have to have any remote form of coordination to do it. It's like, But I suck. But one of the things that I do, because I remember what it's like to deal with my students, where they would put in I would say, here is a sheet. Here is a test. Please answer this open book test before you show up. And they'd say, I never even read it. Join the Square team. Any chance we could win you back? Fuck you, Square. Fuck you. Fuck Jack Dorsey. Fuck your company.
goodness.
Fuck your collections team.
Oh, man.
And fuck the people that handle your chargeback department. Fuck the people that decided how many people should do customer service to where it takes 2 to 3 hours on hold to get somebody to call me back and then hang up because I put them on hold for 20 seconds. Fuck you, Square.
Broad and middle fingers.
What was I just talking about? Erica, topic. What was I talking about?
I don't know. I got distracted by your FU.
Erica, I'm gonna have you get your own room if you don't pay attention.
What?
If I buy something, do I
didn't
own
even
it?
hit me. You got to work on your throw.
I'm gonna get something to throw at you.
Making them happier or showing them the wallet how it
Let's see.
remotely decent at his weightlifting.
Oh yeah, so the martial arts thing. But at the very least, what I will do is if the trainer says, here's what I would like you to work on before the next session, I'll actually do it. And it may be what I consider to be a silly exercise, maybe something that I don't think is going to help me. But then the next session comes, and I realize it used to take you 0.2 seconds to kill me. Now it takes you like 0.28 seconds to kill me. Wow, I got somewhere today. And it really it put me in that position of student where it forced me to recognize how I could frustrate a teacher the same way my students could frustrate me, and I never want to put my teachers through the shit that my students put me through. You are great, Lewis. I can barely turn on a computer, but I find your content fascinating. Your pimp arm is strong with a lobbyist. Keep it up. Thank you. I will keep the strong pimp arm. No, but really, for a ThinkPad, Santi says for $2. We have $4 to get Erica a proper computer.
How much is a ThinkPad?
Depends which ThinkPad you'd like. There are many different ThinkPads. We'll go over it later. My name is Steven. I was the one wearing the Seahawks gear every day. I'm glad I got to be in the class in the beginning when you were still part of it. Jessa, Lewis, Johnny, Sonny, David Stroud. I remember Sonny. Sonny took the class 5 times. He'd better be a good competitor. You know how pissed off I am? Sonny came to the chorus 5 fucking times, and he still hasn't bankrupted me. He is my competitor. He has a business with a nicer looking store on a nicer street, closer to the NYU dorms, just 4 blocks away from me, and I am still not bankrupt. Sonny, what the fuck? You were also supposed to bankrupt somebody else, and you didn't do it. You're a good man, and I love you, says Eras5933. Thank you very much, Eras. Absolute MSTR gave $20 to Erica's ThinkPad fund. Thank you. So we have $24 in the ThinkPad fund.
Okay.
How long do you think it will be until right to repair is a common idea? Next generation. Just like drugs, really. I mean, drug legalization, good luck getting baby boomers to have anything to do with that. Next generation is, the kids that grew up going, why are things this way? That's the generation that'll change it. You're cool. Lewis ran out of money. Hope all goes well with the case. You do not need to give me money, but I appreciate the $2 that you gave to give me the message to throw her Mac out the window. I will throw her Mac out the window. Oreo.
No.
Oreo and that MacBook are being tied into a ball.
No.
We'll see if the MacBook lands on its feet. $10 is a blessing to you and your future family, including your wife, says Jonas. You inspired me to restart my old IT business in Houston, Texas, making $400,000 with 2 employees and saving small business owners $1 million. Making $400,000 with 2 other employees. So between 3 people, if I do my math right, that's over $150,000 a year. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's like 120.
That's like 120. Man, I can't do math. Did I say I was going to lower the IQ of MIT if I went there? Wasn't kidding. All right. ThinkPad, Zegan. We're up to $26 in the ThinkPad fund for Erica to get Erica a real computer. Yeah, the thing that pissed me off with teaching is that I would give people all of this stuff, and I'd say, please, I understand you're not going to get all of it. I understand that you're not going to get yourself completely familiar with this in this short time. But this small thing, just put the effort and show me that you can do it. And they wouldn't even they wouldn't do any of it. Everybody showing up thought that there was going to be this magic, that I was going to transmit to them through osmosis how to do board repair. I was going to share with them this magical secret that was going to make it all. No, it's work. And that's the thing with the Wing Chun instructor. That I never want to make that Wing Chun instructor at my gym feel like I'm expecting him to show me a secret. And once he shows me the secret, then I will be able to, to kill people with the by doing this. or something like that. No, I realized it's going to be a bunch of hard work. I'm going to fucking suck at it for probably several years before I'm even remotely competent. And if I keep putting in work every single day, I'll get a little bit better. I'm not always going to be able to put in as much practice as your other students because I run a business, because I have other things in my life that I have to do. But I'm going to put in that bit of effort, that little bit of effort, to make sure that I'm actually doing what I'm supposed to do. And I wish my students would have done that more often. I had some good students. Like, I remember Drew, the pizza guy. He will forever be called the pizza guy. He was an assistant manager or something at a pizzeria. He shows up after 3 days. He's got his recycling company going good. He's making good money. He's buying stuff. He's fixing stuff. He's selling stuff. He's doing nice. Assistant manager of a fucking pizzeria. Like, those types of success stories really stick with you. Or the Tim Hermans or the TCRSs of the world, that stuff really sticks with you. But for every 1 or 3 of those, there was just a bunch of, oh, hi, are you going to give me the secret on how you do every single thing you do? The magical key? Well, okay, here's a bunch of information. Here's the thought process you're going to have to use. Here's the work. What work? Oh, God. It's painful. In the Netherlands, we have plenty of repair shops. We are one of the most business-friendly and competitive countries in the EU for the ThinkPad. See, Duke was telling me that he pays about 55% in taxes, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's different in the spot that he lives in. Maybe, I don't know, maybe one of you is telling me something that's not fully true. But I appreciate the €5.
Hey, Paul Daniels donated to a fund. Did you see that?
Any tax rate over 50% is just above me. You can't get more than half. You just can't. You can't take more than half. You can't take more than half unless you show up at my business, deal with the douchey customers, fix the machines missing PM sleep S4 hell. Then you can get more than half. There's something about taking more than half that just... It's like, I just feel like I've been hit with a hammer. Zygon funded $2. ThinkPad. How much do we have in the ThinkPad fund now? Paul Daniels even gave to the ThinkPad fund.
No, Paul Daniels did not donate to the ThinkPad fund.
Who did then? I thought that was Paul Daniels.
Look at closely what Paul Daniels said. Paul Daniels is donating to a MacBook Air A1466 fund. The smart choice.
I'm kicking him from my Discord server.
Paul Daniels, I approve of this fund. I think it's great. You know, if my 2012 MacBook kicked the bucket.
Duke was right. This guy is sarcastic.
A1466.
Yeah, I imagine so. When Duke told me it's 55%, I lost my shit. That's insane. For a ThinkPad, mine is at their warranty service for repair for 1.5 months. That sucks balls. They've done right by me, but I'm sure they have the capability to suck balls by others. I'm sorry if they have. Good job by you and Jess at the hearing. Both brought up really good points. I really like Senator Feeney. He seems like someone who knows what to ask and what is going on. We'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. Again, I don't want first impressions kill me there. I don't want first impressions to give me the wrong idea. And I'm just cynical about American politics. Just not something that's going to change for a long time. You need more unicorns in your store. Also in the UK, we can get pretty much anything repaired. The extra 20% VAT we pay as VAT and goes to the government. Yep. Definitely want to give bureaucrats an additional 12% of everything I buy.
150 UYU is Uruguayan pesos.
Fickner says getting closer to the ThinkPad. Thank you for the 5
which is equal to
euros. I think that is.
$4.01.
In my opinion, right to repair is a basic ownership right. No entity should dare to challenge.
Currency.
How dare you, Apple! Thank you for this emoticon. Adam Fullerton says, thanks for contributing the time and money to travel to Boston.
Wait, what is up with all
And
this
support us
ThinkPad?
today. And thanks for broadcasting the event. Please have 2 burritos on me before you leave Boston. Any Ana's Taqueria would be a good choice. Thank you very much, but I'm probably going to just find whatever place is open in the middle of bumfuck nowhere at midnight and order a burrito from that and hope that it's not poison. Love your energy. Thank you for every bit of insight. Also, get her a Color Classic 2 instead. I cannot... No, I can't do it. There
What
are
is
2
a Color
vowels.
Classic 2? It sounds colorful.
I can't buy anything where they use 3 vowels in the word color instead of 2.
It
nice.
sounds bright and shiny.
Try it. You like bright and shiny, don't you?
Yeah, I like shiny and aluminum.
All right. I'm going to assume that what's on the screen right now is sarcasm. Because I know Duke better than I know this person that is anonymous. Okay, the other problem is that I need to get out of here so I can eat something and go to bed. Erica has some food to produce for me out of nowhere.
I can make you an air sandwich.
I'm going to have to figure out what to do with Erica.
Wait, the Color Classic 2 is like this ode Mac.
Here's
What
to
is this,
getting
like
Cindy a
1993?
ThinkPad. Hello, Corey. Thank you for funding $2 towards Cindy's ThinkPad.
Why does Cindy? You know what? Cindy can use a ThinkPad. Cindy can use a ThinkPad.
Paul Daddy says there's no honor in your neighbor having lots of color when they solder. Ugh. Aluminium. Stop it! Stop it! I bought your 801 in auction. It isn't being used, but it reminds me every day when I look at it when I start a border present. Now I remember who you are. I remember who you are.
I'm triggered hard.
Yes. I remember. That's awesome. Let me see if I go to your YouTube channel. Do I find you there? Is there a pairs here? Okay, you have 644 subscribers, and you have. You know what? I'm subscribing right here. I got to see the stuff that you're doing with that thing. I remember. You were one of the smart ones in that class. I remember the people who. I either remember the people who were really smart or really dumb.
This is a 2-star
and you were one
hotel.
of the
There's
ones who
a
was
room
smart.
service.
So I remember you for a good thing. I just subscribed to you, My Phone Repair LLC, and I hope you're doing very well with your business. Oh, man.
Hey, do you want me to order you some food?
I'm hungry, Erica.
Because there's only an IHOP nearby. You want to go
That's
to an
not
IHOP?
food, Erica.
You don't want to go to an IHOP.
I don't want IHOP. That's not food, girl.
You got to go get your food.
Will you find me food, please?
How about this? I'll go ahead and look for food for you, and you can go ahead and do your stream. Deal?
If you look for food for me, I will get a ThinkPad for you. Thanks for contributing
This is a
the
tough
time and to travel up to
think this is
Massachusetts
gonna
and
start.
support us today. And thanks for broadcasting the event. Please have 2 burritos on me before you leave. Ah, I saw that already. I'm not interesting. Why is it double posting things? Do not buy a MacBook. I will not buy a MacBook. I will make sure that Erica doesn't buy a MacBook if it kills me.
What? Oh man! Order food delivery that you love, and it sends me to New York. Oh.
Getting closer to the ThinkPad.
What is our
My
address?
opinion, rights to repairs of basic ownership, right? No entity should have. I read that. I remember. Thank you. And thank you for the muscle emoticon. I don't know why. I'm really liking the muscle emoticon. I'm seeing more people on my phone use the muscle emoticon too. It's very motivating. Arrgh!
So you got like lots of pizza.
Erica, can you find me the type of food that I'd actually like to eat, girl?
Mexican. I found a Mexican
I
restaurant.
like Mexican food.
Okay.
Do you find any Mexican food?
Yes, it is. Look at you.
You need more unicorns in your store. Also, in the UK, we can get pretty. I read that one. Do you know the Blackbird Academy in Nashville? I have no idea what that is. I know of nothing in Nashville. The Blackbird Academy. This looks like some place that. Oh God. Oh God. Audio engineering school. Fucking run. 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 Don't go to audio engineering school. Don't do it. More ThinkPad fun. Don't do it. Okay, where do I even begin? I honestly don't even have the time to answer this and tell you how awful this is an idea. Because okay, firstly, don't ask me. Simply ask audio engineers that are successful in their field if they think it is a good use of your money to put $5 or $10 or $20 or $30,000 into audio engineering school. Listen to what they have to say. Not me. But if you want to listen to what I have to say, they're going to value experience in the field. They're going to value what it is you know how to do. They're going to value whether or not you have worked on projects successfully before. They're going to value credentials, a bunch of stuff, with other artists, with other networks, with broadcasting facilities, experience. Nobody gives a fuck about your certificate because your certificate doesn't say jack shit about how you deal with people. Your certificate doesn't say, when you get called into the room and asked, why is there crosstalk on the Neve 8088 when we're paying $3,000 a day to be here and there's an orchestra of union musicians making $300 an hour in that room? Why are you costing me $30,000? And everybody in the room decides to stare at you. How are you going to deal with that situation? Audio school is not going to teach you how to deal with it. You know what's going to teach you how to deal with it? An internship with a top-tier studio where they have to deal with a room of 30 to 50, $300 per hour union orchestra musicians in a studio that costs $3,000 a day, all wondering why this one fucking piece of equipment doesn't work right now. You need to learn in that type of environment, not some fucking audio school. And it's going to be hard. You're going to have to find a place that's willing to work. You're going to have to find a place like Avatar that was willing to have their intern mill, have you go to a Zuri cafe and say the words that will allow the guy to actually give you falafel that you can deliver to Rich Costi rather than saying the wrong thing so you get kicked out. Can't deliver falafel to Rich Costi and then get fired. It's not the best system, but you know what? It's better than an audio school. You're not going to learn what you need to learn there. You're going to learn what you need to learn in an actual fucking internship, on-the-job experience. There is no such thing as getting hired in the audio as an audio engineer, as a recording engineer. There is no such thing as a staff engineer at a recording studio. That shit went out the window in the early 80s. Ted E says for the replacement after the Lenovo. Thank you very... What? Lenovo ain't going to break in 3 months. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking Erica shill. That Ted E, that E in the name stands for Erica. I see what's going on there. Yeah, but the point is, if you want a staff audio engineering job, good fucking luck. Okay, for example, today when I was showing the people that work for CBS, you may have noticed that the people that work for CBS that were setting up the microphones and everything, that those dudes looked like they were over 60 years old. You know why? Because anybody that's lucky enough to have an audio engineering staff job, they're not letting go of it until they're dead. They're just not doing it because it's a very freelance world out there where you got to fight for every last client and job. What's your official public stance on the Hong Kong riots and China CCP censorship? Fuck you, Xi Jinping. I'm sorry. Did you think I was the NBA?
And there's a lot of middle fingers flying around today.
I'm sorry. You must think I'm the NBA. You must think I'm Nike. No. To the Osborne One Fund. Thank you, Sarah Cooper, for the £2. But the point, back to things that actually matter. Back to things that, for Erica's ThinkPad Fund, I also posted a long version of my question via the store contact page. If you posted a question via the store contact page, it has probably went to a queue of 9 pages that Hannah is going to read tomorrow. And if it is not an immediate, how can I pay you to fix this inquiry, is probably just going to get sent to spam. I'm sorry. I truly am sorry. It's just I can't fit more people in that store. I can't physically cram more people into that space to handle the incoming phone and that stuff than what I have. So let me see what you asked on YouTube. Also, I reposted a long version of my question. Okay, I don't see the short version. I only see the For Erica's ThinkPad Fund. If you have another question, I would like to read it, but unfortunately, I can't scroll because there's going to be another question. Ilya Grazel funded $2. Thank you. But yeah, back to the audio engineering thing. There's no such thing as you're not going to find a staff job at a studio. Like, Quad Studios and Electric Lady are not hiring staff audio engineers. Do you know how many people there are trying to get this one fucking job? If there's a band that wants to record, for every band that's good that wants to record, there's 2,000 audio engineering students out there that want to record them for free just for exposure. Don't pay for audio school. Take it from somebody that was very close to, take it to somebody that spent time at IAR. And I just missed a donation from my ex-student because I'm a piece of shit that can't keep up with his donations. Lewis, please read previous donation messages. Oh, Now we're at the point where 2 people who've donated are sending in a second donation asking me to read the first one. I read too slow. Thanks for the educational content and all that you do to fight for right to repair. Here's 10 Canadian pesos for some food for thought. Thank you. I've purchased the equipment needed to fix motherboards and am no longer motivated to learn to fix this stuff. Advice. You're no longer motivated because you failed. Tough fucking luck. So what? You failed once and then you get to give up? Really? You don't get to give up because you failed once. You're not allowed to give up just because you failed once. Fuck you and your idea that simply because you bought some equipment and you have some donor boards and you picked up a QFN, you put it back on and now it doesn't work, that you're going to stop. You don't get to give up that easy. I didn't get to give up that easy. Frick Apple for $10. I didn't get to give up that easy. I bought equipment in 2009. I bought a HAKKO 851. Wasn't good enough to remove QFNs. You know how many boards I roasted? Then I got an FR 801 in 2012. My first chip I remember replacing there was the HAT 1127. ThinkPad, I heard ThinkPad. Buy an X230. The light-only version is great. Why don't more manufacturers do this? I don't know what makes the light-only version great. I don't know what you mean by light-only. And thank you for the $5, but I got to read these things faster so I can answer people's questions. You know, I replaced a HAT 1127 because it had corrosion. That wasn't the actual issue. The actual issue was current sensing on the ISL 6259. The actual issue was the SMC. The actual issue was the VIA on pins 3, 4, and 5 of, I believe, the U6901 chip responsible for the one-wire circuit, but I didn't know any better at the time, so I gave up. And then I picked it up and tried again, and then I took a chip off a board and put it back on that already worked, and it didn't already work when it was done, and I wanted to cry. This was 2013. This is 4 years after I bought tools to try to do this for a living. 4 years, and I was still failing every single time. And then 2 years later, I was teaching a course on it. Do you know why? I didn't give myself the luxury of giving up. I realized, I sat there and I said, Lewis, you're a fucking failure. You suck at this. You are a piece of shit at this. Let's try again. I'm working on some coding homework for networks. Just want to say hello from CSU Chico State. Keep up. Thank you very much. Now I got to read the donations that people said that I didn't read. Please, for the love of God, can you simply copy and paste it if I did read it rather than ask me to read the earlier one? Because I'm never going to find it. For kitty treats, please pet them for me. Rachel, thank you very much, Rachel. I will happily pet the kitty when I get back. Do not buy a MacBook, because it's Glass Monster for $2 Canadian. Thank you. White Wolf says, when Paul is back, I have a Maverick Pro you guys can play with. Also, do you have an empty desk? Empty desk? Are you kidding? Empty desk? Have you been watching? 13 people, 600 square feet. In the new store, hopefully, I have spare space. In this current store, spare desk. Spare desk. Hannah is very close to... okay, I'm not kidding. On Monday, Hannah had to actually climb around the radiator to get to her desk. Her desk was covered in boxes. It was like a fort. I had 20 or 23 microscopes set to ship along with everything else because the microscopes came in. Either way, we have microscopes at store.rossmanngroup.com. They're in stock for same-day shipping now until the last 3 or 5 are out the door. And she couldn't get to her desk. She couldn't physically get to her desk. She had to climb. There's no anything related to spare space. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Full Sail, right? Oh, yeah, Full Sail is on some bullshit. Lewis, I would have offered you my Airbnb free of charge. Please come to Massachusetts again so I can extend some hospitality. Thank you, The Trauma Factor, although I'm afraid that you're in league with Erica to get me another Airbnb filled with roaches. No, but seriously, thank you very much for the $4.99. I highly appreciate it. Jamal says, I find this ThinkPad from a Boston techie. MW says, for the laptop, our IHOP has a roach problem. Garrett says, do you know the Blackbird Academy? Okay, so now I figured out where I was when I started losing track. Jonas said, another 18 because Mazel Tov, and 20 of my business is configuring ThinkPad docs on my networks for small lawyers' accounts, and you are half the reason. Awesome. More people with ThinkPads, less people with Apple. Wait, that thing that's showing up on my screen is a donation somebody gave at 11:43, and it's 11:54 p.m. Are we seriously behind by that much? The worst part of this is the people who said, can you read what I said when I'm scrolling and I can't find it? Can you guys email Erica at no, Erica doesn't have her email on her phone. Email hi@rossmanngroup.com any of the questions I didn't answer, and we will try to get to them in the next stream if I can't find them. Adam funded $5. Keep up the great work and good fight. Thank you. Okay, maybe you use Streamlabs and not YouTube, and that's why I can't find it. So I'm going to go through that list, but I have to go through that list very quickly because there'll be another ding with another one soon. Let's see. Heinrich said aluminium. I read that. Xi Jinping said, what's your official stance on the Hong Kong riots and China censorship? When it came to China CCP censorship, I think I already gave my opinion on that. BJ Hawk says, good job, just at the hearing. You brought up. Okay, I think I read that stuff. But there's another one, so I got to change windows again on this very tiny ThinkPad screen that I have. I did not get the 4K screen. Fuck, I got to hurry to get to that before it turns off the screen. Lewis, I would have offered you. Okay, I read that one already. Phew. Okay, so I read all the ones that were on the main one. Now let's see what was on the live one. Maybe you gave on the Twitch channel. For the laptop, our IHOP has a roach problem. Ew, roaches. Let's see. On the Twitch side, did I miss something here? No, nothing new there. Okay, so for the person who said that I missed what they said, now I genuinely can't find it. If you email hi@rossmanngroup.com. You ordered food for me, Erica. Why, thank you, beautiful. You're the best. Thank you very much, beautiful. You are the best. I know, but now I missed a bunch of stuff.
Oh, no, I missed a bunch.
Or they said I missed a bunch of stuff, and now I'm in trouble.
Oh no.
I'm in trouble. I missed things that I should not have missed. Now I'm screwed. I can't keep up with this. It's crazy. The number of messages is insanity. Would you ever get a car such as a BMW i3F? No, I would not buy a BMW. I don't even see the point of getting a car, much less some overpriced, shitty suspension fucking BMW.
See you, Prim.
I have no intention of buying a BMW. Aluminium, someone says.
They do more than wiser, but it's
here's to America
just
bucks
snacks
for the bucks for the Corvette
It's not enough food.
C8 fund. Thank you, Cross. You pay 52% personal income tax in the highest bracket over 68,507. That's the highest bracket, 68,507 euros. That's disgusting. Okay. For kitty treats, please pet them for me. I will pet them, Rachel. Right to repair, all the consequences of modifying your product would be on you and should be because it's your product, correct? Yes, Jambitron. But they're saying that the modifying it would make it dangerous for other people because farm machinery and the farm machines are going to go all Skynet and they're probably going to kill people and they're going to inject poison and cyanide into your corn.
Thank you, Rachel.
Who the fuck knows? When Paul is back, I have a Mavic Pro you guys can play with. Thank you very much, White Wolf, for the $4.99, and thank you very much for the Mavic Pro. I'm sure they would love it. Do you have an empty desk I could try to use to fix my multimeter? Have Osmo too. I would absolutely love to allow you to work on something at my store. And honestly, I used to have an Instagram account for the store. I got rid of it. I used to allow people on the weekend when there were not as many people there to use the desk for free if I had the ability. The problem now is that there's 13 people working in a space that's 650 square feet, and it's insanely, ridiculously crowded and aggravating. So when I move, maybe. Now, I'm sorry I can't because there's no fucking room. For Erica's ThinkPad Fund. Also, I posted a long version of my question via the store contact page. Hope this was okay. It is. Just please don't get offended when Hannah winds up deleting it. When every time Monday or Tuesday shows up, she winds up having to go through 7 or 9 pages worth of emails while helping customers, while answering the phone, all at the same time. So customer walks in, 7 pages of email, phone rings all at the same time. What do you do? Kevin's there. Oh, okay, Kevin will help the customer that walked in. But then 3 more phone calls all show up at the same time. Lewis, please read my previous donation message. I can't do that because I have no idea where you donated. Did you donate through Streamlabs? I read through all those already. Did you donate through the Super Chat? I think I've read through all these already. And when I hit Control F in my browser and go in the chat window, the only message I see is this one. So one thing that's really important to understand about YouTube chat is that the window doesn't keep going. and keep the old chat. Unlike the Twitch chat,
Nelson.
the old chat is gone after a certain period. So as I'm scrolling, once I scroll to the end, it actually gets rid of the beginning chat. So I can't see any of your old chat. It's gone. It's so not much I can do.
The Trauma Factor, can you repost your
I'm very, very
donation
sorry.
message?
I truly am. Email hi@rossmangroup.com. But if you want me to read something and you say, can you please read the old thing I posted, I can't see it. And that is, that's all YouTube right there. Now, I think if I go to the live stream dashboard page, which I try to avoid doing because if I do that, then I can't see the chat page and then I miss everything else, I can see a list of super chats. Well, let's see if that shows up. Lewis, I would have offered you my Airbnb free of charge. Please come back to Massachusetts so I may extend some hospitality. Thank you very much. Actually, I did read that one, and I said that I'm afraid of Airbnb because of Erica.
Hey.
Erica brought me to the roachiest Airbnb I've ever stayed in my life. I'm sure that your Airbnb is not like that. I'm confident your Airbnb is not like that one. Unfortunately, this woman over here has scared me away from them for life. But thank you very much for the genuine hospitality. I really appreciate it. I have purchased the equipment. I think I answered that one already. Okay, I'm going to get to the end of this. I'm truly sorry if I missed your question. Would you get a car such as no? Shitty suspension. Fuck BMW. Let's see. I'm going to have to read through the rest of these really quickly. I'm truly sorry if I missed something. Please email hi, @rossmangroup.com. I need to eat my burrito when it gets here, and I'm also honestly really, really tired. I like turtles. I take pictures of turtles in Central Park. It is a relaxing hobby. There are turtles in Central Park? Thank you for the $5 WSR. That is interesting.
Yep. Streamlabs is screwing up again.
Christo said thoughts on Microsoft's MacBook ad. I haven't seen it. Please link me to it. Lewis@rossmangroup.com. You can email me. Can you repair an old camera? It's one of those flip cameras. Probably not, because I don't have any space to hire another person to deal with figuring out how to fix a camera, because I have no idea how to fix a camera. So I'd have to hire somebody. But hiring somebody to do that means having space, and having space means moving. And I actually was supposed to... I was actually supposed to get back to Alan, because I have to see what Afghan House said about renting that space that Bernstein is the lease agent for. Did they accept my terms?
Yeah, we're
or not?
heading back
I should
to
probably
New
check
York
my email.
tomorrow.
I really have to end the stream. I definitely have to get on with my life, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get on with my life because I keep hearing that ding.
Ding.
I'll see you later. How much is it to fix an early MacBook Pro Retina? I just have one bad key. I just have to rip out your entire keyboard after ripping out the battery and the motherboard and removing about 100 rivets, and then screw everything all back together with fresh screws. $250.
There's no bed bugs
Plus
here.
tax. Plus tax. Has your question not been answered because you donated and Lewis is trying to read and say 20 things at once? Email hi. Email hi. Okay, I'm going to cut. I can't cut this off. I can't cut this off.
But it's the old one.
Because every time I go to cut it off, something new happens.
I was ordering
I have to
food,
choose to
Sarah.
cut
That's
off.
why I lost track of questions.
Sending email soon. I gave you that quote. Been busy finishing up a job and see your reply. Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna hit the stop button. I don't care if this dings again. I have to eat. I have to
answered
sleep.
the last one that I
and
saw.
I have to use the stuff that I bought from CVS. So I will see you later. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.
See ya. Bye-bye.
All right, time to open the CVS box.